This is the connection energy for the eclipse on November the 30th. Hello, Divine Sunshiners. Stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, Namago. Hello, Divine Sunshine. This is Divine Sunshine again, and I'm coming here with your energies for the collective and the connection to see, well, how is this new eclipse energies that we're having on November the 30th, how is it going to be able to affect us? Remember to make sure that you click like, share, and subscribe to this channel as well, because once you do that, you connect with me. That's pretty much a good way for me to connect and make sure that when I do the readings, that it pretty much keeps you in mind and your energy is already entwined as far as us being able for me to connect and seeing what is the reading helping you to see what's going to be able to help you get the keys into yin, into your next level, so you're stepping up into your next level. All right then, so again, just looking at again the energies, we know that we have, anytime you have got an eclipse, anytime you have any moon energies, you need to make sure that you are taking advantage of those energies. So I want to look and see collectively, what is the moon energies going to be for us? What kind of energies is it for us collectively? What is it bringing to the table collectively? Let me move you over here to see clear what's going on with us. So this moon energy's got several things. Whoa. So it is dealing with understanding, like I say, total eclipse of the heart. So we're trying to move that energies from the light into shadow, or from shadow to light. When we're talking about nothing will come of this situation, we're trying to get rid of that energy. With this is coming up to address. The energy is gaining momentum. And what do we need to release? Okay. These are the three energies that we need to that these energies from this eclipse energy for this moon is bringing to us. Okay. All right then. So the first thing I want to, I'm just going to play around with this, is what is the energies that we need to again address when we're talking about in our divine feminine energies. Okay, divine feminine energies. What is it going to help us to address in our divine feminine energies here? The yin and the yang, to create that balance about so within, so without. That's the energies that is going to bring that type of a balance for us. I got several of them. For the divine masculine energies is again angel of love, understanding that that's what it's going to bring to us, angel of love, looking and seeing truly who's bringing in that love language and speaks that love language to us as divine masculine energies, as far as going out there doing it, creating that and becoming that love language or that love angel, and how we're going to go about getting it in the connection as well too, being able to be rooted in and grounded in this understanding of what is love. That's what is love. Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Again, and about this storm warning. There's a storm warning. There's a warning that's coming up. There's a change that's coming up for these divine masculines as well when we're talking about in the relationship. Because again, understanding that this is certain things that can go on. Nothing will come of this situation is going on. For the divine feminine energies, when we talk about the yin yang, the being out of balance is nothing we can't get any kind of forward movement if we can't get this balance together as far as how we're doing so within, so without. So how are we going to be able to move forward in our being, in our actions, in our authority as the divine master energies? How are we doing and going about getting things on the outside, our outer world, the material world, what is the spiritual world? If we don't get this stuff in alignment with these things, we're going to be out of balance. So nothing can come out of that. Then we need to get forward for momentum, because again, we got two energies that's kind of conflicting. It's going like this, even in the symbol there. We got to find some kind of way that says, again, even in tornadoes, And you know, with tornadoes, those are two different fronts that come along. You got one that's moving and going this way. You got the cold front and the hot front, and those things can helps them to create that movement of two different fronts going in separate different directions. They help them to create that momentum to move forward, almost like a wheel. So if I go this way and then you go this way, and I go this way and you go this way, some kind of way those propelling conflicting forces keeps us moving. So we got to find a way of how we can be married with the two different energies, rather it's inside of ourselves, and also about understanding of how the divine masculine energy is acting on the outside. Or if you're saying, oh, he's totally different than me, I can't even really get with that. And so understanding, hey, there's a purpose for that. Again, when you're weak, I'm strong. When you're strong, I'm weak. It's a momentum. It's forward movement in that. And then also understanding, what do you need to release? What do we need to release in order about maybe our mindset about the feminine energies, our mindset about the masculine energies? What is it, something that we need to release because it's stopping me from me having more forward momentum in this whole situation? When we're talking about, say, true, and then when we have for the divine masculine, what is it when we talk about this angel of love? What is it about the way we look at feminines, maybe in general, or even the female or the divine feminine? Let's stick with that as well. What is it that we're looking at that's not healthy, that we need to release? We got to let go of, because again, it's the illusions. We got these moons here that is like it's almost there, but it's not totally there. So we can be able to gain more momentum when it comes to our divine feminine. What is it that we need to be grounded and rooted? Because right now, the situation that we're in is nothing going to become, it's going to come of it. What is it that we need to move out the way so we can gain this form of momentum or this belief system, something about it that we're not doing? What do we need to actually do? And then also, what is it that we need to also actually do as far as releasing in order to be grounded and rooted in the very thing that's going to keep us going in the direction that we want to go? What's happening with the storm warning? The storm warning is coming here to kind of rip stuff up. I was about to curse and say, get rid of this stuff here. We tearing up all this structure. This is all structure. Sorry, this one is all structural things. What is it that you have laid out as a foundation that has been ancient, that's been there for years, that say, you know what, this ain't no longer going to serve? Because again, when we come to this, nothing will come of this if we keep on having building our foundation this way. Again, the energy, we can't gain any momentum with this at all. These things are no longer serving us, holding up things that we want to, that we believe in. And then again, what is it that we need to release again in this? Because again, that's what the storm warning is coming. If that's what you want, guess what? We got to get rid of some stuff. And we're going to warn you first, so you can be able to get your valuables, the things that you really want, out of the way, so that when we come rip up some stuff, you want to say, oh my God, you took that and that and that and that and that. Dang, what did you leave me with? Nothing. Okay. What is it that the areas in which they want you to really concentrate on when we're talking about this, as far as this connection? Clear. For the divine feminine, even this moon energy here is bringing what? Oh, got a flipper. Love partnership again. I would say even the love partnership, not only with the divine feminine and divine masculine energies within or outside, we're talking about inside too. How can you make love to this idea of these two energies within yourself coming together and truly forming a harmonizing, a wholeness within, which is also going to be able to show on the outside as well? You got the number 22, which means mastery. 26 again, 2 again is kind of creating that unity, and 6 is in love. For the divine masculine energy, what area do they want you to concentrate on? And this needs a little extra TLC or focus in on, as far as with that one. They got cell one. They say watch your physical activities. Well, if you watch the other one video that I do about the divine masculine energies, they already told you that you got to kind of slow down. You overexerting yourself. Okay, so they're drawing attention with this moon energy here is your physical activities. Okay, what are some things that you're saying again that's maybe also with your communications is causing things to physically manifest? That's activities too as well. What's the activity? What things are showing up and popping up in the physical? That's activity. Look at all this activity going on. It's like activity in this room. You know, stuff get to moving, and the TV will get to moving on its own. You're like, wait, hold up now, wait up there. There's some paranormal activities up in here. So you would say again that there goes some physical activities that's going on here as well. Downloads, maybe again some signs of ascension, some things that's moving as well. Some other things they want you to again is perseverance as far as getting heart centered in that. You know, these are the matters of the heart. Perseverance, have heart when you do it. You know, I think about, like I said, the game is Catholic. He did it with heart. He got a lot of heart. Okay, so again, you got a forehead, get grounded and rooted in that. Thank you. Some other areas, okay, I know what that is. Some other areas is they want to create change. Okay, that's 5. And your manifestation, how you manifesting things in the physical, okay, as well. And also 7, they want change in the area of personal growth as well. So that's again, that's opening up your crown chakra, getting the downloads, helping you to have that spiritual completion as well. As for that's part of your spiritual growth. And then they also saying 3, which is creativity, which is here in your yellow, which is your solar plexus. So again, how you identify yourself, how is it a way that you creating something very unique, something very different that nobody else has that, but that's really a stamp of that's you in all of this. And that came out in the other one. So those are the areas that they want you to really be able to concentrate on, because they're saying with this new moon energies here, where's the top of this? Okay, here we go. New moon energy is about to play the circus thing. No, we ain't doing no circus here. You are destined. They want you to get you on the path of destiny for what? Clear. For again, we got openness, and I'm always with the divine master, so I'm gonna go this way. So again, for the divine masculine energies, for you to have openness, again, look at the things, look beyond the illusion, get in touch with your intuition and your awareness here, so you can be able to move through all these things that they want you to do. Okay, align the stars, look up at stars, connect the dots to your opportunities and your hopes and wishes and dreams too as well. You've got to learn how to trust and be and relax in that idea of trusting. Some tells me divine masculine energies are not too relaxing. They said that they're also in the divine masculine energies too, saying for them to relax and have rejuvenation. This is what they keep on saying, and solitude. You might have to find yourself getting off to yourself, because again, and try to learn yourself all over again, understanding how magical you are, because again, right now in the situation that you're in, I believe that has been taken away from you. When we're looking at the divine feminine energies, they want you to say, I got the power. Do, 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 do. I got the power. Do, 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 do. Right. So this is what they want you to know. It's getting kind of hectic. It's getting kind of, so you got the power here. Again, but again, in order for this to happen here, this looks like it's kind of like lightening up the territory, the land, who you are, really electrifying the things, right? Very good. So it's giving it power, it's giving it life. Okay, source, straight from source, divine energy coming from, in order to create all this stuff here, because again, in love partnership. So it's not just you, you also are getting help from the divine. Okay, also when we're talking about this eclipse energies, the energies that they want you to also pay attention to as far as in this connection is the following. Ooh. Wait a second, it failed. Clear. For the divine feminine. Okay, that's Raphael, Earth Force. Getting more grounded, moving with force in the 3D, having the way in your heart move everything, but move everything even in the earth, understanding that you are one like Mother Gaia, letting that energies that you got from Mother Gaia, pulling that in to be able to help you to be grounded and rooted in that. I've seen somebody just talk about Mother Gaia will not forgive you. She will always be supporting of you, helping you, and understanding that that earth force, letting that energy that you feel that's working and moving on earth be a force to move you as a reckon with, to be able to move forward and have your being in the 3D realm. Okay, not just only because we always, as divine feminists, are always paying attention to the higher echelons, the 50, but we don't have mastery with right here, like really being grounded with our feet without shoes on and becoming one with the ground, the elements. And that's what it's saying there. I would say also for the divine feminine energies, in order for you to do that, I would say also go outside, become one with nature, listen to nature sounds, hug a tree, do those things as well. Because in order for you to do that, it's going to help you to be like Mother Gaia, like Mother Nature, get in tune with who you are naturally, and that's going to help to get that love flowing and for you to have that love partnership with yourself. Because if you can have love partnership with yourself and love partnership with the world and the elements around you, and you finding that rhythm and that harmony with everything that's around you, you too will be able to find that rhythm and harmony, not only with yourself, with nature, but also with your partner too. Okay, so what's happening with the divine masculine? What's going on with his energy? For the divine masculine as well, what's going on with that energy for the divine masculine? Yeah, I did put it back there. It looked like it was a lot. Okay, nope. Say no, that's what I said. You need to, again, you're going to have to, for the divine masculine energies here, we have here the energies that they want you to work with. Again, is liberation. You're going to have to be like that eagle. You're going to have to fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle. Let your spirit carry me. I want to fly. Fly, fly into the future. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. So this is what he wants you. He wants you to fly up higher again. That's going to help you to be able to eyewitness who's your identity, who you are. When you get into that solar plexus energy, that's who you are. That's my building. That's me standing in my authority. How am I going to be able to do that? I've got to fly higher, higher than everything else that's out here, so I can get a real good scope of everything in the world. So as I'm flying up higher, I'm obtaining things. I'm flying up above storms because I can be able to get more viewpoint of everything, because the storm is coming here. So, but you got to fly up above it so you can really see, okay, there go my house, there go my home, there goes my target. That's where I want to land. That's truly where I believe where home is with her. And so as you flying up higher and you get a more bird's eye view of everything, and you be able to zoom in. See, eagles have those eyes where they can be able to keen sight to be able to zoom right on into their focus thing, where they want to land, their prey, things they want to eat, whatever it is. That's why you got to go higher, and that's why you need that storm there, because the storm is going to help you to elevate and to levitate and to go to the next level in your divine masculine energies there. So that's what they're saying there. Again, benediction. Okay, most of the time when you're saying benediction to something else, you're giving your grace, you're giving your blessing on that thing. You are giving a end, a final salutation to something of an ending, but it's blessing it, and you sealing it with all that goodness and that juiciness and all those things that you believe that is needed in order to say, and it is finished, it is so, it is, I say, it is done, it is done. So it be, it is done. So this is again your benediction, your blessing, the ending, the following, your salutation, but of grace about the whole situation. This is what they're saying you need to do. Again, you releasing it, you gain a momentum, and you know that this sentence, this situation has nothing is going to come from it. And when you're doing that, it is time for you to give the sign of the cross of it and say your final rights to this thing. So it's time to say final rights to the situation here. And you got to gain wisdom. How you gain wisdom? You look back at things in the past, you bring them forward, just like Sankofa is. Metatron is, again, is about Akashic records. You're looking at seeing what things you did in the past to help you to understand, to have your movement now. That you can look at it, how can it help me to have forward movement now? How can it help me to know what things I need to release? Because again, if I look at the past, a lot of things in the past, they got good foundations, good things and principles, basic truth principles that I can go ahead and say, you know what, that did work. That worked for my forefathers. This works for me now. And these are some things that I can still adapt and keep now. But some things I do look back into the ancient past and say, you know what, it's time for me to say deuces to it, because that no longer serves me. That does no longer fit into what is actually going on now into what's residing within me. Okay, so this is what's going on here when we're talking about Metatron. Okay, with that, what else? He's about to catch your records. Yeah, it's also about protection as well with him. So that's what we're picking up with that one. Okay, and let's see, what is it that, how is this energies, these eclipse energies, let's get down to it to see about how is it going to affect when we're talking about the relationship. Let's just look and see, because we always talk about how it's going to help empower us, but then what is it going to do as far as in the relationship as well? How is that going to have a moving clear and being and changing things there? Okay, so what is going on with, according to source, what's going to happen with the connection? Hold on a second, I asked about the divine feminine. I know I looked at, sometimes it does answer, I don't need to. Okay, and what is it going to do as far as the connection for the divine masculine energies when we're talking about that, as far as the connection of the two? God, keep on the best, the best, the best into the future. That's too many. Shine like an eagle. I know you're saying now it's all of it, but I'm not. It's signed on for that. There we go. He's like, okay, Jesus. Yes, I'm not doing all of that. Okay, all right then. So now let's look and see what here is. All right. So the divine feminine energies here, they want, the source wants you to understand that when we're talking about these energies here, we talk about these energies here, that we're talking about really understanding there's a natural flow to things, okay? And the natural flow of things that they want us to understand, that the divine masculine is going to look to you to be nurtured here. He is going to look for you to be in some form of leadership or knowing, because you have already known the walk. You in the divine feminine energies can be able to handle that. You're a person that say, okay, we swinging, but look like to be you looking down and say, okay, I just want to make sure, are we clear? Are we safe? I'm looking at that too, as well as we swinging back and forth with that. And again, you know, this is something the divine masculine is holding on to the swing. He's holding on with one, you holding on with two hands, so you understand the security and what's needed in order to be able to have that good swing and movement, while he's looking to you to be nurtured. But I won't say only that. I'm also picking up with him. He's saying, I'm not only doing that, but also I want to bring you pleasure. So I understand why you doing all that work, you know, I'm making sure that you happy. You know what I'm saying? If it makes you happy. So he says, I understand. So they're saying again, understanding that that's the way of how it is. Yes, you're going to do that, but he's going to make sure that your needs are being met. Also understanding that they want you to move into the energies of understanding that when this connection inside yourself, you've got to come to this understanding that the divine masculine has some things that he's got to eliminate. He's also finding ways in which he can be able to, is that orange? Kind of looks orangish there. Being able to manifest and have healthy connections. That's on his mind right now. He's really still focusing on the making them Benjamins, the Pentacles. He wants to really present that something big to you. So let that go. Talk about, well, he just, you know, I just love him the way he is. And he can just come the way he is. He ain't about that life. That's what source is telling you. He's still in this mind, want to be able to present you something at the end of the day. So, okay, just get over it. Okay, this is 12. That's divine order. That's the divine order of things. That's how the divine masculine is made up. His energy is like that. He wants to provide. So, you know, you just sit back and say, okay, well, you just do you, daddy. That's it on that. Again, it's again looking at you, want to be intimate with you, want to be nurtured by you. Again, he wants you in your thinking to stay in your heart space, according to source, at all time. And you all riding off to freedom, and you got the castle, you got your home, and where you all live. And that's really pretty much the order today, the connection that they want you to understand. So again, a recap, when it comes to connection, source wants you to understand this is the energies that they understand in this. Nothing will come of this situation because you're getting rid of that. That's the energies. You got from form momentum as well. But what do you need to release? And so you got to release and get it to the understanding that this is it. Hey, the divine masculine energies is going to be looking to you as a way of you being in leadership. You are the one who conducts the flow of how of the relationship and how the connection goes. You are the one that's always still going to be looking for divine feminine energies for the safe place to land. Is it safe? What's going on below us? Also looking at it at the same time while you both are holding on and creating this momentum that he, divine masculine, feels like making you happy and making you pleasured is part of the package deal. Also, that's in the cups. And also when we're talking about the worldly things and the material things, the divine masculine is always wanting behind his back to present you with some big pentacle. He understands, again, the divine masculine get in your head. He's got to eliminate some things. He understands he's got to get into a space of being able to have healthy connections with things. Also understanding with you, you've got to, your thinking, it's got to stay in your heart space, and that's how you all are going to ride into freedom. This is the spiritual order thing. This is how you get spiritual completion with this. And we talk about love, and this is again when you're talking about as well for this is divine order in the world. This is how it's going to play out. Now for the divine masculine, he's got a 7-2. He's got spiritual completion, understanding that there's going to be a conflict when we're talking about this, and this is something that again the divine masculine, he's got to make peace with. Listen here, she's going to still always in some ways, she's going to have one, she's going to be open to a relationship, but again, the past is still there. Okay, whenever I see it, they're like this one hand there. That means some kind of way I'm still tied to the past. Okay, but at the same time, she has her head down and she is comfortable on this pillow, which means being comfortable manifesting things with you, and then also understanding, creating healthy connections with you as well. The divine masculine feels like you've got to be okay in your connection, understanding that you might just have a little bit of token of love, this little cup of love. It might be something small, but at least that's something that you've got to, again, divine masculine energies, that's something that you've got to offer. You got to be in your bliss. This is where spirit and source wants you to be at as well. Understanding that for her communication, she might be a little guarded on her identity as to who she is too as well, because that's kind of blocked there. Okay, so there is a sense of that might be happening to you. She might be she might be guarded and open all at the same time. But hey, when it comes to connection, again, this conflict, in order for you to have spiritual completion, you got to understand, you got to be a realist. This is something of the energy that you got to deal with when we're talking about the connection. That is part of the package deal here. That's not the end all, but again, like they said, this is something, nothing will come if you keep on with that kind of situation there. You got to remember, we got forward momentum in this. This is momentum in all of this here. But again, there's always a light in the shadows of something. And again, there are some things in both of these types of cards that they just got to get released of, because again, the divine feminine doesn't want to be in the point that again, that in her energies that, hey, I'm in the lead, okay, in that one. And if I look at the divine masculine energies, they're like, hey, I don't want to be the one who's offering a small cup. I would like to be offering something larger. Okay, and so that's something that's got to kind of deal with. So these are the energies that they're saying that they have to deal with. So now I'm gonna ask my rebel with a deck card right here. What is it that, again, source? What are some solutions? Those are the problems, those are the issues. Okay, so now what is the solution to this for the divine feminine? And what is the solution for the divine masculine? What's the solution for that? Okay, and then we get to the readings. For the divine feminine, the energies that they say the solution to this is the perfection of your life. Okay, to me, what it's saying is just concentrate on what makes it perfect. Again, I keep on saying, if it makes you happy, whatever makes you happy, that's what they want you to concentrate on, the perfection of life. What things, how can you perfect and get things better on your end? Don't worry about how it affects the other person or the counterpart, but just make sure that again in your world that you are creating and making sure that all of these things make a nice evenness, a nice balance, because again, this is a symmetrical symbol. And anything you talk about symmetry is about it's a balance. Whatever you do on this side, it's got to be on this side, and it's got to be a mirrored reflection. So within, so without. Keep saying that. So within, so without. Perfection in life. How what's going on in the life and the world within yourself and your affairs is also being reflected in your life, world, and affairs on the outside. She feels, she knows. So again, if you feel something and you know something, that again is the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies again. There goes that balance. If I feel it, I know it. I'm not going to second guess myself on that. If I feel and I know, hey, something ain't going to come out right in this situation, it's time for me to what? To release so I can be able to gain momentum. Okay. If you feel that, you know that, trust that. Okay. This is where you are. For the divine masculine energies, spirals of manifestation. Now, the spirals of manifestation, understand that there's not a never ending to a manifestation. One manifestation spirals into another, which spirals into another, and before you know, you got a regular DNA helix span, a strand of DNA that's creating life. Okay, not one DNA, a genome, or whatever like that is creates one person. It's got to be a whole facet and a whole ladder of connectedness of everything in order for this to be able to happen. What they're bringing to me beyond that is like one step creates the next step, creates the next step, creates the next step, which means to me you got to have some form of movement. If you know that what's coming in this situation is nothing coming in it, you can't sit there and expect, okay, well, it's the world is going to be created around me. Something's going to change. That's just not going to happen. Okay, because again, you've got to make the step. And once you do that, you start to manifest, you start becoming in magician mode and creating that world that you want to. And then everything just starts spiraling, not spiraling out of control like you used to, but start spiraling in the direction that's manifesting, or manifestations on top of manifestation. And you're gaining what? Momentum. And then you understand as you go along, like, okay, that plan, that step I made right there, that didn't work. So let me not do that. Okay, when I did this, that didn't work. Let me let that go. And so this is where you are actually at in understanding that you've got to release. You release and you create. You release and you create more momentum as you go along there. But they want you to go ahead and do something. Okay, and this is what their energy is bringing you. So again, so now let me look and see about as far as the energies clear about the connection overall. What's the advice the source has about us, about this connection, especially with this eclipse energies? What is it they want us to do? Feel like I kind of want some steps. What is the energies? Okay, hold on a second, because I just got bought this. Yeah, I'm not doing that. What is the step that we need to do for the divine feminine? Clear. Six of Wands. Create your own victory. Right now, it's about your own stage right now. This is what this eclipse is bringing to you. It's about becoming your own victory. Giving your own self applause, or being able to just stand out and do your own thing and then still get applause afterwards. Rather that spirit, ancestors, your guides, team say, yeah, she did it. You know, rather you have the round of applause or nothing. But again, you at that point again in your actions, you're creating that victory. For the divine masculine, this sticks out. Again, understanding that you have the right to have everything underneath the sun. Let spirit go on ahead and guide you and electrify and intensify the area in your atmosphere to create the things that you need as well. And even they say everything underneath the sun, that includes even your divine feminine underneath there too, as well, being receptive to things. So those are the steps that you need to do. Again, create your victory, whether you have your party of one or audience of yourself, and you clapping yourself and give your hand self a pat on the back, say, bump that. I don't need nobody else. I can say thank you to my own self. Thank you, Jesus. And then also understanding she got her hand raised for the divine masculine energies, ready to receive that, ready for again the lightning, welcoming that from spirit, from source, giving the energies. You know, you don't know what's up in here. It could be to knock you out, but she's still saying, I'm ready for whatever power or intensity that you have, a download that you have for me. I'm ready to receive that. Okay, so now we're ready to get clear. Now we are ready. What is the message? Inspired action is always pleasurable action. Aha! I like that. Inspired action is always pleasurable action. Top, top, top. Okay. There we go. All right. Inspired action is always pleasurable action. Okay. The dominance of your thoughts is what brings everything to you and is what is behind the action that you offer. By seeking good feelings, thoughts that align you with your source, your action will then always feel good. You cannot muster enough action to compensate for misaligned thought, but action that is inspired from aligned thought is always pleasurable action. Okay, very good, very good. Excellent job. So, yes, this is again, let me put this title down right now while I got y'all in front of me. Oh, they won't let me edit it. Okay, I wanted to put the down the title. Let me take a picture of it, then I could be able to do it on the other side. So I can have this. You know who it is. Oh, okay. Nope, I don't want the picture. Yeah, I want that. Yeah, that's it. So that's really what the moon is telling us about. Well, nothing will come of this situation. The energy is gaining momentum. And what do you need to release? Those are the three things that we need to deal with: the feminine and the masculine energies as well. All right, then. So make sure that you get your ticket. Make sure you click like and subscribe to this channel. Remember, that helps me to keep in touch. Well, it keeps you in touch with what great things I'm doing on this channel, and then also keeps you connected so that when I do pull the cards, your energies will already in vibe, will be already in the mix of it, so I can be able to do it from there. Also, remember to also visit divineunisource11.co for you to be able to get your access pass to the 12/12 event that is going to be happening and occurring on 12/12 at 12:12 p.m. Central Time, YouTube Live. Make sure you could be able to go get your access pass there as well. Remember, we got all the great people that are coming: David, Benita, Sean, and Patricia, and of course the playground experience. If you want to get some more information about what's going on with that, also make sure that you can be able to check out the video that I'm about to show you in the next few seconds, so you can be able to get a good idea of what is the whole program going to be about.
I'm a twin flame. I mean, maybe there's one other person, but this is a part of my life that doesn't get to be expressed to people because they don't understand it. They're never going to understand it, and their energy is going to get in it if I talk about it.
If we can perceive the loss of free will, it's not as scary as it once was. And I think that this massive tectonic plate of shifting stifled emotion is happening, not in a way that's debilitating, but in a way that is persistent.
Okay. But either way, the whole aspect is, okay, one thing, we're talking about rules. The only hard fast rule, and this has been brought to me over and over and over again, is unconditional love. That's the purpose, is raising the frequency of it, and that includes the human collective, not just the twin flame or the ascension collective. There's no, we put labels on everything and it kind of, divvies everything up, but we are a human collective. A body of souls, and the whole purpose is bringing that higher frequency. The only way to do that is unconditional love.
See some things that I don't think you have heard to people, because sometimes people get very, very flattened out in the head by a lot of the psychobabble that takes place. And it's not that those things are invalid, but it's time to move beyond it. And I mean really move beyond it. Okay. Now, she has been, quote, doing the work, what she considers doing work, or the things that she has felt is the work. And some of it involves too much mental overload, too much mental input, too much information, not enough love. And when I say not enough love, it doesn't mean that she's not loving. It means that she may be going about it in small ways. Things like saying, well, I've been holding back inside. So right now, she wants to just give up. I know, I've had it. I deserve a life too. I deserve to get normal. I want normalcy. I want a life. Yes. What you may not realize is that there is a new level to be achieved for that life. Well, I've been doing work. Well, you may have been doing 3D work. You may have been doing psychological research. You may have been using tools which really won't be sufficient by comparison to expanding your natural abilities just through your. Well, I don't really understand that. Do you explain more?
All right. Until next time. See you. Mwah.